This is the high-tech green fortress of East Africa, a landscape defined by total public order and a business matrix engineered for global builders. The marketing of Kigali is built on these glittering glass conventions and spotless manicured boulevards, a vision of a booming innovation sector rising from the highlands. Yet, behind the plastic-free streets lies a highly regulated social framework. A zero tolerance for corruption has created a civic culture of intense discipline that catch most arrivals unprepared. For the technical professional, Rwanda offers a unique trade-off: profound physical safety in exchange for a highly conditional and regulated environment. Relocating here does not offer a universal geographic arbitrage. The actual experience shifts based on your passport, your liquid capital, and your professional intent. We have to evaluate three distinct paths: the digital nomad, the tech founder, and the corporate expat. Each profile faces a different set of hurdles regarding legal friction, monthly burn rates, and lifestyle restrictions that can make or break the relocation. By looking at the hard economic data, we can determine which of these personas actually thrives inside the Green Fortress. Rwanda utilizes one of the most digitized immigration networks on the planet, driving a progressive global entry strategy. Citizens of all African Union, Commonwealth, and La Francophonie nations can secure a free 30-day visa on arrival. This covers a vast range of passports, from British and Canadian to Indian and Australian. Regardless of your origin, entry is impossible without a mandatory 6-month window of validity on your passport. While 30 days is sufficient for a visit, long-term tech professionals must pivot to specialized remote work clearances or sponsorship by the Rwanda Development Board. This split favors those willing to integrate. The system is designed to transition casual visitors into long-term corporate contributors who align with the state's high-tech goals. Costs in Kigali are uniquely bifurcated. You are either paying for local integration or an expensive Western mirror. The integration path is highly efficient. In stable municipal zones, clean one-bedroom apartments rent for $400, and a traditional buffet lunch costs less than $6. This lifestyle centers on fresh, organic, earth-centric flavors, specifically charcoal-grilled brochettes and savory igatoki stews seasoned with akabanga chili oil. However, the moment you move into luxury-serviced condos in neighborhoods like Nyarutarama, rent climbs past $900, and international cafe meals reach $25 per head. These spikes are driven by standard logistics markups. In a landlocked highland nation, importing specialized Western goods comes with a premium. True geographic arbitrage here is conditional. The financial advantage vanishes if you refuse to adapt your consumption to the local landscape. Due to its high altitude, Rwanda enjoys an eternal spring. Temperatures remain locked between 15 and 27 degrees, bypassing the oppressive heat of the equator. Within this climate, the state has engineered what is consistently ranked as the safest nation on the African continent. Violent crime is virtually close to zero. Technical workers can walk through the center of Kigali at 3 in the morning with total peace of mind. This safety is a product of a zero-tolerance legal framework, where public spaces are hyper-policed and highly disciplined. Maintenance of the city is a collective duty. During Umuganda, the entire country shuts down business for 3 hours every month, so citizens can clean streets and build infrastructure together. This structural fitness has led to world-leading gender equality. Over 60% of the governing seats in the Rwandan parliament are held by women, making it the highest percentage anywhere on Earth. Kigali is not a playground for the chaotic. It is a highly structured society that offers unparalleled safety in exchange for strict civic compliance. Earning potential varies wildly. While local domestic wages for unskilled labor remain low, the opportunities for technical capital are massive. The government offers aggressive fiscal incentives for green technology investments and high-value software infrastructure. Founders who register through the Rwanda Development Board gain access to streamlined flat-tax corporate exemptions. Specialized developers and fintech consultants can command net equivalents between $2,000 and $4,500 a month. This is an economy actively engineered for high-value technical talent. It is a lucrative base for founders, but a difficult market for casual remote workers looking for local income. Mapping these profiles against the data reveals who actually wins. Tech founders and high-earning consultants find their perfect match here, prioritizing order and integrating into state systems. But for budget nomads seeking unregulated adventures or cheap Western luxuries, the adaptation effort outweighs the impact. Rwanda is an incredibly stable, high-tech hub, but leveraging its advantages requires an honest audit of your own willingness to submit to civic order. Would you baseline your next technical workspace inside Africa's cleanest smart city? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to stay real. Next stop, St. Kitts and Nevis, the dual-island Gosport fortress and luxury Caribbean financial hideaway.